the start that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big feel-good factor around the facility, and we've spoke a lot about the starts of the season that this franchise has had, and this has been really important to get the results for internal expectations and for our growth as a team. The team needed it, and it's just the confidence we get from beating the two best teams in the league in the conference from last season. Philadelphia and Montreal were the best two teams in the league, and what we've got now is we're playing the third best team from last year in NYC away from home. And what you realise in this league is that home and away is totally different. You know, there's not many teams in both conferences that have good away records, and there's a reason for that. It's the temperature, the climate, the pitches, the travel, and we accepted last season that our away form wasn't good enough, and if we'd have won maybe 3 or 4 more games away from home, we'd have finished in 4th position. So we want to start the away season really well. And the confidence we've got from the first two games has been invaluable for the whole group. The whole group are focused, the whole group are concentrated and improving, and we accept that there's still a big growth left in this group, and we've still got players to come back from injury that can only enhance the quality that we've got. So we're just going to keep our feet on the ground and keep working hard. Yeah, we did. Up until probably the last 2 away games, we didn't show anything like our form that we had at home away from home. So that's the big challenge for this group, is that there are many things that come with playing at Drive Pink. You know, there's the climate, there's your family in the stadium, you're staying in your own bed the night before the game, and we need to transfer that away. I think away form in this league will define our season. I've got to say, I think that's the biggest thing for us. That's the biggest barometer for us, and we need to develop that ruthless mentality away from home that we have at home. We're ruthless at home. We know that the Drive Pink is a place that teams don't like coming. Now we just need to make sure that away from home we maintain the levels of performance that we've been showing.
Do you even know?
Robbie Robinson is still day-to-day, he's out jogging. We're just going to take our time with him. Schneider's day-to-day. We're hoping for some good news today that he can be back joining us. Franco Negri is a major doubt for the weekend. But knowing Franco, I think he should be okay. But he's still in a little bit of pain. Leo, we expect back hopefully for Toronto. If not, then definitely Chicago. And I think it's really important that we get everybody back fit. Ian Frey is doing incredibly well. He's ahead of schedule. We hope to see him back soon, training with the team, maybe in 2-3 weeks time, and then we've just got to make sure that we get him match fit. We take our time with him, but he looks sensational. He's going to be a big new signing for us in a way. So we're in good shape.
To get
well, I think it's vital. You can't just rely on Joseph or Leo or Stefanelli. You know, those three haven't hit the back of the net yet, and I know they're all desperate to hit the back of the net, and they're the ones that would probably, when you look at the 11 to 10 month season, those are the ones that we're looking to get the bulk of our goals. But I think if you look at the games we've had so far, set play goals we talked about a lot last season that we didn't have, that we're now starting to have. Goals from different positions. You know, we're thinking about our wide players, Pizarro, Taylor, Quarantine, John, Jake LaCarva, Bryce Duke. We need 5-6 goals from every one of them, and if everyone starts contributing, we're going to be a team that scores goals. The pleasing thing in the first 2 weeks is, without a shadow of a doubt, being the clean sheets. If we keep building on that clean sheet mentality, then we're going to be a really, really difficult team to beat.
I want to ask you about New York.
Well, no, I think I don't like payback, but what I would say is that there's probably a few scars and there are some memories that I hope will inspire them on Saturday in terms of the level of performance that's needed to beat a team like NYC. They've got fantastic players, great coach, really good coach, and they play a style of football that I think is one of the best in the league. So I think when we came out the playoffs, what we really took for them games is the level of performance that's needed to beat a team like NYC on a tight baseball type pitch, and this Saturday we're going back to a phenomenal stadium, playing on a tight pitch against a really good team, and we're going to have to remember the level that we need to get to that we saw in the playoff, because NYC beat us comfortably in the playoff, and now we need to go back there and raise our level of performance.
I want to ask you about Drake.
It's Montreal who was our best player. He won us the game, I felt, with the saves that he made. I think I'm a bit biased, but I feel as if he should be close to the US squad now. I see his level getting better and better. I see consistency in his performances. He's making big saves, and I feel as if he should be close to the US national team now. And I think over the next probably couple of camps, I'm sure the new US national manager and their staff are looking at Drake and thinking, you know, how they can, if they can get him into their squad. So we're really pleased with Drake. He's like a number of other players that we've got that we still feel there's another jump. We still feel there's another 10-15% of his performance levels to go up, and you know, he's got real big competition on his hands, Drake, because he cannot drop. He cannot make a mistake. He cannot drop his level of performances because Nick Marsman, I feel, is back to his best, and in CJ DeSantos, I think we've got an incredible young keeper. So there's real competition for places there in the goalkeepers ranks.
You know a lot about your.
Oh, yeah, the goalkeepers are different. Their characters are different. I think I always say that if you get a goalkeeper that's not different, then he's not a goalkeeper. He's not, you know. And I think with Drake, you know, he's a real calm personality, but he's got a real inner determination, and he's never wavered from that. Even when at the start of last season, when he went through a little bit of a dip in his form and he was suffering a little bit, he was determined to get to where he wanted to get to, and he's worked really hard, and the proof is in his performances on the pitch.
But the poetry aspect of have you ever heard of a player doing that?
I think what we've got a diverse group that like doing different things. We have a group that like to meditate before games now. DeAndre and Drake, you know, they've influenced the group in the way that they prepare for games. And I think with our psychologist Fahim on board, I think you know, when we're on the road, we have meditation over Zoom. It's part of the preparation. It's now part of what we do. And you know, it's always great when you start with one player doing it and then two players join, and then you get that Piper effect of, you know, 8-9 players in the group all play as part of their routines, and it's become part of what we do.
Just one more on the first, the same.
No, I think what we're going to do, we're going to land in New York, and they're going to open that tunnel for us. There's going to be no traffic getting into the centre, and the NYPD are just going to take us right to the hotel in Manhattan, which would be a dream. But no, I think it's more about the mentality. It's more about the mentality. I think when you go to New York, there are challenges with traffic, with the hotel locations. I feel as if that was probably part of our lack of good preparation for the playoffs. We stayed in an area that wasn't probably conducive to elite football, and the distances from training and back weren't great. So no, we're staying near Yankee Stadium. We're preparing right, and we just have to get that mentality that it's going to be difficult, it's going to be tough, you're going to be out of your comfort zone, it's going to be into Miami versus the rest of New York, and I always think that this will be a big sign of how far this team has come.
It has.
Yeah. I think from day one that was part of your job as a manager, to know what your players are doing away from the football. You know, how do you get to know your players if you don't know their likes and dislikes, and how do you get the connection if you don't get to know them as people? So I always knew he was into poetry and writing and painting. Found it really interesting. I've never been a good poet myself, so it always interests me. And when players have outside interests, I always think it benefits their performance on the field, as long as it's the right interest.
Thank you, Phil.